finish by quoting Kodály himself.
Below the age of 15, everyone is more talented than above that age. Only exceptional geniuses continue to develop. So it would be an immense pity to miss this talented age. Even an adult will sing differently if he or she retains the memory of childhood, enthusiasm for singing. And the child will easily see and remember that there can be no result without conscientious work. What should be done? Singing and music should be taught in such a manner that they shouldn't be a torment, but a thing of beauty. This would mean that the thirst for more noble music would be remembered for a lifetime. This shouldn't be sought from a terminological, rational aspect. The road of indirect anticipation should be paved. If the animating spirit of great music is not felt by the child at this most susceptible age, then later it will hardly be felt at all. Often, one single experience will open up a young soul to music for a lifetime. This experience must not be left to chance. It's the task of the school to provide it. Education today is unimaginable without writing. The educational standard of a country is generally measured by the number of illiterate people. This, of course, is not the only criterion. One who can read may still be uneducated, but one who does not possess the basic means of obtaining education cannot even start on the road towards education. The same holds true in music.
Ez nagyon csodálatosan sikerült. Rajta.
The educational process should not suddenly confront the pupil with a large number of difficulties. Let us give our pupils tunes without semitones, and only when these are done well should he cautiously be given semitones. Nobody wants to stop at the pentatonic scale, but one should in fact start there. For on the one hand, in this way, the child's biogenetic development is natural, while on the other hand, educational logic requires this order. By spreading the noble tunes of the Hungarian people, one will raise the public's musical taste. It is only here, in these tunes, that the Hungarian language lives its own life. The tune and text that were created together, or that came to be attached a long time ago, extend each other's beauty and strength. The Hungarian linguistic instinct that has started to decline will be provided with a new impetus. Culture cannot be inherited. The culture of our ancestors will soon disappear if each and every generation were not able to regain it again and again. Ours is what we have really worked for, or maybe even suffered for. Music, too, can only be a real part of us, will only live in us, if we put in an enormous amount of hard work. And this includes music making. Everyone studying to play an instrument should sing first. Free singing without instrumental accompaniment is the true and deep school of musical ability. Initially, musicians should be educated before we educate instrumentalists. Then everything would turn out right. The Hungarian child, more so today than earlier, must come to know an increasingly larger portion of the world. The pupil should also learn everything valuable in the world of music. The best protection is if we hand him what is good.
De gyönyörű. Ez aztán melizmatikus lett a javából. Nagyon jó. Zsuzsika kezdi, mehet. Szép, fiúk folytatják. Mindenki szép nagy hangon. Gyönyörű.
As long ago as in childhood, I felt that good work leaves some sort of a plus feeling. I felt some type of additional feeling of spiritual salvation. In the repercussion of art, there is something moving. That whenever this is not available, as in the case of non-optimistic art, one feels something lacking. The result of being fed by good art is spiritual health. Deeper musical education always developed only where it was based on singing. Only the human voice, the most beautiful instrument available freely to all, can be the foundation of general musical culture, influencing the masses. How much work is needed here for a cultural mission? To make thirsty spirits find out and love the great works of music, which are often available by such simple means. To show to millions true music and to make them happier and better by it. We must open up the gates to the great foreign masters, whatever nationality they might have been. They can only enrich us. We shouldn't be frightened of Bach and Palestrina. The great foreigners can only help further develop our own national spirit.
The personality of the teacher is all important. Individual differences enrich the variety of impressions made on the children.
The teacher should follow the method that he or she selects from among those he or she knows, considering it to be the best fitting to his or her own inclination and musical training. It is, however, of paramount importance that the teacher should know the essence, as well as each and every element of the selected method, and that she should be able to implement it in accordance with her own and the student's personality, as well as the nature of the described Hungarian folk music material.
Egy-egy rész külön-külön egy-egy modális hangsor valamilyen kis részét adja. Ha én ezeket összefényképezem tehát, mi történik, Jutka? Egy polimodális, kromatikus hangsort kapok. Olyan hangsort, amely külön-külön szolvizál.
We all approach the same musical element in a different manner. We all have different ideas, different methods. There is no single formula for how to teach a musical work, or this or that element of it. Everyone must try to match his or her method to the abilities of the child, to the child's own musical education and the given situation. This is precisely the genius of the Kodály method, because it is simply a philosophy. from the time I went to school that I loved the subjects where I liked the teacher. So I think that everything depends on the teacher. And Hungarian music teachers can be extremely happy that in addition to their own personalities, they have also been provided with this excellent guide, the Kodály method. Somewhere the roots are identical, which is a starting point. But fortunately, it can never become identical, because it always depends on the person taking the class, and on what he or she will emphasize.
Ide sorolhatnám-e az ugyan édeskomám asszony, miért kent olyan sovány asszony, kezdetű dalunkat is.
Ezt a fölöslegesség érzetet nagyon szép képekben fejezi ki a költő egyik strófában. Hallgass csak meg! Életkatlanban régi épek, életszekéren régi szalma, életgyertyán lefolyt viasz. Téged megettek, téged leszórtak, te már elégtél, mehetsz aludni.
Nagy lá-lá-lára. Óriásira tártsátok a szátokat. Elénekeljük még egyszer ezt a 4 szólamú akkordsort, gyönyörűre, nagyra, mintha egy nagy kupolás terembe énekelnénk, és egy nagy zeneműnek a vége volna. Hadd hallom?
Electric power lines running to all corners of the country, you will become the power lines in the network of our cultural life. Wherever you might find yourself during your life, you will always carry your musical education, your love of music, and at work or at home, the light of musical education will be turned on. This light spreads clarity and warmth, will make your lives and the lives of others more beautiful.